morning viewers, welcome to Women Now. As you can tell, this is a special show as I'm excited and honored to be talking to Hansu Ben, who's come here from Cleveland, Ohio. She's actually the first female artist to have graduated with a gold medal from University of Baroda in the history of 75 years. We are going to talk to her, find out about her journey. She has accomplished so much and she actually is teaching our community to learn more about music and very specialized in fusion music. I'm so happy talking to you today. First of all, tell me, what does music mean to you?
Music means to connect to your inner side and takes you in a different plane of the life.
Yeah. And you have been actually playing sitar from a very early age. You're actually the disciple of Ustad Vilayat Khan. Tell me your journey from that childhood. What is your first memory of music?
I was 6 years old and my father decided that I should play sitar. And since then the journey started every day, 6 to 8 hours a day to practice. And also for a long time, 15 years.
So are you from a music background?
No.
People in the family also played music?
My father was a physician, but he wanted his children to be human, humble in the life, and he thought that music can bring that humbleness in the life.
Oh, okay. What is your first memory? When did you really want to become a sitarist?
After 1 year or so, I thought that I'm born for it. And since then, practice was never a burden or like extra trouble also. I enjoyed it. Today also I get up early in the morning, 4 o'clock. When everybody's sleeping, I play my music. That's my sadhana, and every single day.
What's your favorite dhun?
Dhun, I like the rag Yaman Kalyan so much. There are all the ragas have their beauty of his own, but when you play it, no matter how much you play, you still feel like you still have a long way to go to understand that the melody of that raga.
Can we hear a little bit of Yaman Kalyan from you?
Sure. It's an evening rag, but I'm playing.
Okay. We'll enjoy it in the evening too. Very nice. Tell me the language it spoke. Every raga speaks a language. What does this particular raga speak to
Every
you?
rag has a mood, and every rag it creates the aura in the atmosphere when people are listening in the audience. This particular raga is evening rag between play between 6 and 9, and every time you play, you feel like it's a prayer to something. You are longing, and you are asking for the mercy from the divine power. Music of India was born in temple. It was meant for the divine power, and any serious musician, he is not playing for himself or herself or the audience. He's playing for the divine to have the mercy.
It's a connection between you and the divine.
Divine.
And I've often seen musicians playing with their closed eyes,
Yes.
and I've asked them, where do you take yourself to?
Yes.
And they've said that it is a divine.
At the feet of the Lord Krishna
Exactly.
or Divine Mother.
Exactly. Now, you are also specialized in fusion music, which you have tried to incorporate Indian classical into the Western world. Tell me more.
I composed the music for Western Orchestra, Doctors Orchestra of Houston and the Detroit Symphony. It's not a fusion, it's a pure Indian raga. Every note I composed for them, it is just the pure raga, and they played our raga, our melody, our nuances into their Western instruments.
Okay.
So for Houston Orchestra, there were 17 different Western instruments. They played our melody into Indian raga. It was in rag Bageshwari, and it was also the Indian talam also. I chose tin tal for everybody to play in unison, and they played very pure.
Can we listen to that? That's so amazing. It has a little bit of a contemporary, fast rhythm,
Yes.
and it is cheerful.
Yes.
Tell me more about when you compose a tone that has to play with Western music. What do you keep in mind? What is it that comes top note?
When I got a call from the Houston conductor and the Detroit conductor to compose the music, they say, we'll find a music for you so you can play in our orchestra. I see in my mind, nobody can write music for Indian musician. So I called them and I said, I can make my own music, write my own. They were happy. And then after a few days, I said, wait a minute. If I play my own melody and my own cover, what are they going to play? So it will be a mismatch. So I pick up the phone and I say, I'm going to compose for everybody. I didn't know what I'm going into that one, but slowly, I pick up the melody and I decided that I'm not going to do modern style. I'll do the thousands of years ago what the tradition was given to us for a serious musician. Like you played slowly, the improvisations called alap, and then you bring everybody together in a slow to medium tempo composition, then medium to fast tempo. I followed exactly our path and put it into them, and it worked out much better.
Okay. I also want to learn from you when you compose music. You start from, you said alap, and then you build it up to that. In that journey, what are you predicting through the music?
You just, like it's collaging, like you have 7 flowers, different colors. You make a garland of the flowers from the notes. So you slowly, like I get example you, how you, what do you say, expand the, we'll just take Ragyaman, okay?
Okay.
So there is one note, C,
Yeah.
Sa.
Okay.
So what do you do now more? So you add one note.
Okay.
So you have now 3 notes. Ni, re, sa, re, ni. Then you say, wait a minute. So you made the combinations, then you say, now I have to expand. So you know these 4 notes, and then so you have 5 notes now. The 5 notes, you improvise around that. So it's a collaging effect.
Right.
And that's where you bring your emotions, your mood, whatever that thought goes around that same time when you improvise, you just keep on going and making more.
It's almost like it's talking to me. There
Yes.
are words in
Yes.
it. When you compose a tune, are you also thinking of words in it?
No, my prayers to the divine power.
Okay.
So it's a
Very
longing for
beautiful.
it.
And when you play a song which has been composed over a long period of time, when you play that song, how do you choose that?
It becomes, when you have a song, somebody says, this is a song you compose. You see where the stress comes. The stress, when the stress comes, that becomes your first beat called psalm. And you build it out around that one.
Okay.
See here. That's the first beat.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, like. Now this is the
so
first
you
line
keep
of
the beat in mind,
Yes.
and then you have the words in your head, and then you compose it.
And then that rhythmic cycle of 16 beats going around all the time, and in between that you improvise.
Okay, let me hear that.
dim dim da da dim dim da da dim dim.
Got it. Yeah, okay. So, and also I wanted to understand from you from morning to evening, the variation of raga and the style when you wake up in the morning. It is Iman?
What happened? We have a time cycle in Indian music for the classical music. So what happens?
No, that's Bhairav when you start in the morning.
No, but you have to understand the time cycle of people.
Okay.
There are 12 hours in the day and 12 hours in the evening time. So ours starts at the 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 3 and 3 to 6.
Okay.
When so what happens is 6 to 9 is a first quarter or prahara of the day, second prahara of the day, third and the fourth. When the 6 o'clock evening time comes, you do not see the fifth one. It's the first prahara or first quarter of the night.
Okay.
So what happens in our forefathers, our musicians, our ancestors gave us a time for each and every raga. So my Guruji or me or my students, we are not going to alternate. We're going to honor that. Why? Now you have to understand the whole mechanics of it. That why they gave like that. The combination of notes, the swaras and permutations that affect your body, mind and soul if they are played at the right time.
Ah, okay.
That's the whole idea.
Okay. So when you start in the morning, what is the raga? I want to listen to a little bit
from
of each.
6 to 9, right? The Bilawal comes, Samba, Shavri comes. In the afternoon goes, then I will do Sarang, all different variety of the rag Sarang and other ragas come. 3 to 6, all these raga Purvi and Marwa, and that at that time F sharp is very prominent. 6 to 9, F sharp is playing, but then it's fading away, and so F natural, the Mashuddha will come and come out. 9 o'clock will come again, Komal Swara will come, 12 to 3, Komal Swara will come, but slowly fading and coming back to Tivramati.
So when you're practicing music during the day, do you follow those hours?
When we are learning, yes. Particularly, no, we are not following hours when we practice. We say riyaz. But when we do the concert, then it will be, I serious musician and myself also, we follow the time.
Oh, okay. But you wouldn't have concerts like from 3 o'clock in the night to 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, there are, it has happened in the morning days, 6 or 7 o'clock, there's a concert they arrange nowadays. And at that time, you won't believe it, there is more in audience in the morning time than the evening time.
Exactly, and we are used to the Doverlin music concert which goes on overnight for several days. I want you to play the most divine tune in your mind that connects you mostly with the power of God.
Divine, each and every rag is so divine. So how you play, what is your expertise in, how much deep you are, is every rag will come out, bring it out, the divinity and spirituality from that melody. You know?
Does it also depend on the person, like each raga resonates with that person more by the character of that person? So you said Iman Kalyan is your favorite raga.
But still, I play many ragas where you can see.
Very nice.
So that is the whole thing. So that will make you cry, that will make you laugh. Depends upon how I put the notes in a artistic way, and that creates the whole mood.
Yeah, music is all about evoking.
And it won't come that you say, well, how it takes years of practice and sadhana, and I think at most dedication for your Guruji, and then it comes out.
Tell me this: you are in the U.S. in Cleveland, Ohio, for many years, and you play sitar. Was there any point in your life you thought that you should also graduate to other, I didn't want to say graduate, sorry, You are in the US for many years and you play sitar, an instrument that is not well known by many artists here in the US. Was there any point in your life you wanted to play other instruments?
No, because this is enough to practice in the whole life, and I haven't mastered yet, so I had to do it. But I do in Ohio. I taught and I still teach at Oberlin College of Ohio for more than 20 years. Sitar, tabla and voice. I must have taught more than 1,000 students. They're all over the world and they are well known like violinists. They play violin, their own instrument, but I teach our miraga improvisations and compositions to them, and they are well sought musicians in America now. They are, I teach tabla also and I teach vocal music, so everybody, they are all trained. And I teach at my home, the school, Sursegam School of Music, and I still teach, but I little bit more, I do compose more. I compose orchestras. I'm doing one more orchestra with the choir now, where I will be performing next April. And if televised, and when I'll send you a copy, you can put it on your radio station. It's another very unique piece.
Or one thing,
one thing in my mind, I never make a fusion. It's pure Indian ragas. I want to keep it as pure as I can. Second thing, I still write many compositions, but I wrote a book with a history of Indian music for 5,000 years old, one chapter, and terminology, and then another over 100 compositions in Hindustani score system. And that same thing I translated into Western score system. So whenever you want to, anyone wants to learn, anybody in the world, they can play Indian raga in the pure form. And I'll show you the book when I...
Sure. Now you teach so many students. I want to know from you, in your mind, what is it that makes a student successful? Because a lot of our viewers may be musicians wanting to pursue this as a career. What do you think they should have in their mind that will drive them towards success?
To me, first thing, trust in me. Me means the teacher, whoever teaches you. And we do not say teacher. Teacher you can change, but you have Guruji. Guruji means the relation stays forever.
The worship for the Guruji is...
Not the worship, but fully trust that, okay, whatever he or she teach me, it is in a pure form I should follow. Regular practice, riyaz, and understanding about the Indian theory and ragas and everything. Other than that, they cannot do. And my students are Oberlin students, all Westerners, mostly. 99% is Westerners. They all come and learn, and you will see so many in this area and California also, and everywhere in the world.
So tell me this, to the young generation, like you said, you are retaining the original form of the ragas without any deviation. Do you think it will also appeal to somebody who is now exposed to so much fast-paced music? How are you trying to get them back to the roots?
First thing, it starts from the family, from the home. Parents have to create the atmosphere. This is the music you are learning. And instead of giving them 50 different varieties of the things, activities to do, they have to cut down to one or two. And they have to make some kind of discipline that this is a time for your practice, or you have to do this. Then make sure they are doing that thing. Make sure they are going to class. They make sure they are, what they learn in the class, they are following or not. And I think that mahal means that routine work can take them to the disciplined way, and I think that comes in your groove that will not leave it, and you can keep playing, and that makes you good.
And as I can say that in the beginning, when somebody is learning, you never know whether that is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. But over time, when you get a grip of it and you start loving it, that's when it sort of takes up. So you have to basically love the instrument.
Love instrument, no. 6 years old doesn't know. I didn't know what, I didn't want to play, but my father made me sure I did play every day, and that instilled that love in me, and that's why I am here. So my students also, I tell them, play, and they listen. Many students from Oberlin graduated 10 years ago, 15 years ago. When they come back here in my home and take few lessons, and they revise their knowledge and everything. So, and they are all Western students.
Let me hear some jhala, right? Something that is very fast-paced.
I have no tabla here, honey. We do not have tabla here. going to play in the afternoon melody, so that will affect you much better.
Very nice. Thank you so much, and namaste.
Namaste, ji.
We would look forward to more music from you and enlightening all of us. As you know that music is universal. Time doesn't matter whether you go back to your roots and learn the basic, or you want to stay up with the more advanced and the fast-paced contemporary music. It's in your heart and in your mind and in your soul. Your connection to the divine, and we